and we will be just keeping in tabs with that particular statement by the Central Committee of the ODM party, which has brought about issues saying that they are going to they want the president to come out and listen to the young people. They've also just brought about very, very critical issues when it comes to the abductions that are being that have been happening within the country. And they've said that according to the reports that they have, is that 50 individuals so far are being illegally held, or they've been abducted, and they would want that these particular abductions to stop going forward. So therefore, we'll just be keeping tabs with that and bringing you up to speed, especially when it comes to the developments on that particular front with the ODM party. All right, so therefore on your screens, we are at the CBD, Nairobi CBD, and it seems like the running battles have now calmed down, but we are also seeing that police are trying to just maintain calm and peace around the CBD, making sure that they are maintaining order in that particular area. And as we were speaking earlier, we spoke about the businesses and trying to look at the businesses across the CBD and even different areas within Nairobi that have been closed for the better part of today. And also when we look at Thursday last week and Tuesday as well last week, this affected some of the developments that are supposed to be taking place, especially when it comes to the economy and the contribution of these particular businesses towards the economy. And as the Federation of Kenya employers last week spoke and just noted that the closure of businesses in Nairobi and other major towns across Nairobi will not only affect the livelihoods of business owners and their employees, but also the economy. So therefore, what are these particular closures contribution into the economy, and what does this mean going forward? Remember, businesses have not fully recovered from the COVID-19 pandemic, and of course the Finance Act of 2023 that which had a far-reaching impact on their operations. As we can remember, last year the Finance Act also had introduced some of taxes that are still being held up to now. Now the current protests have exacerbated these challenges, creating an environment of uncertainty and anxiety among employers, employees, and Kenyans as a whole. And the disruption is also affecting the business community around Nairobi, around different towns, as we've seen in Nakuru, in Mombasa, and around different areas within Nairobi. We'll be just looking at what this means going forward, in especially the businesses that have closed the rest of the day. Now, the disruption is also affecting continuity and productivity, which many workers are unable to access their workplaces safely. Many people are working from home today, and that was the same case last week on Thursday and Tuesday, leading to delays and potential financial losses. This is from FKE Executive Director, who was speaking and saying that workplaces are not being accessed anymore when it comes to Tuesday and Thursday, which are the days of the protests, and the concerns and voices of the young people are coming out and saying that the president needs to listen to various calls into order in the country. And earlier on, Azimio coalition, the Azimio, of course, the ODM party came out, and the Central Committee of the ODM party came out and gave their statement saying that families who have lost their loved ones are supposed to be taken care of, and some of the injured and still in hospital, and condemned the police on the abuse of power, and they also condemn the ongoing arbitrary abductions, saying that they are not supporting any of the abductions that are taking place. They've also brought out a point and said a few of the leaders, of course, need to listen to what the people are saying. And they've said that President William Ruto needs to come out and listen to what the young people are talking about. And when we look at the abductions that are taking place, their statement is saying that 50 individuals so far have been illegally abducted, and they would consider this to be Kenya's last best chance. That's what they are talking about. They also say that the Kenya Kwanza regime needs to take full responsibility of the current situation in the country. Of course, they're also saying that they need to account for an order for the release of detainees, the people who've been detained, the people who've been detained due to the protests that have been taking place within the country.